Hello, here's news from Sweden. Um, we can talk about first the meeting in Helsinki, who was a big international meeting where Trump and Putin met in Helsinki, and the strangeness of that who came out in the whole world was that nobody was allowed to come into this political meeting for 2 hours. So nobody really knows what was said or done at that meeting in Helsinki. This is been a big betrayal for the American citizens because he sold them out. He did not stand up for them. He agreed to everything Putin said, and he thought that the American people should slowly be integrating with Putin. So that means a dictatorship, no freedom. Our freedom will be minimized, and people will slowly be cut off culturally, intellectually. Schools, everything will sink down. Together with Putin, Donald is really for that. He will just have a small majority who are very rich and ruling the world. The rest of us can more or less just die. So he has gone out of NATO, for example, and got out of EU and caused a lot of trouble there, making England break up, and there is rest of the world is given to Putin to rule. And I see something which is more than just politics. They really like each other. They like to hang out, and they have same opinion about how to rule the world, which is, of course, a lot of wars. But also they have these dictators. Assad in Syria. Assad says that he has nothing wrong done in this war. It's not him. So, but we know that he has done a lot of war technique who's not allowed, who's illegal. War weapons. And torturing and a lot of these things are not allowed even in war. So also Newton, he likes to throw bombs or phosphor on Gaza. The Philippines dictator Duterte, Turkey, his their leader Erdogan, and Xi in China. These are some of the dictatorships who are around the world, and there have been extreme right wing in Europe, like we have Åkesson in Sweden, Jim Åkesson, and there is instability in Hungary, in Austria. So also we heard this thing that Trump took all these babies, put them in prison, took them away from their parents, put them long far away from their parents, and they sitting in cages like in Guatemala or something, and these is toddlers and children, very small children. Now, if a person can do this, then you wonder what can he not do. He himself is very boasting, and he is pretty sure that he can take over the world. together with Putin, which is his favor. There is a severe illness in the world, starvation, migrants, all these things is caused by dictators, Trump, Putin, that this instability is in the world. We also have our own monster, Levin. What you can do for your own practice and for your own steadiness inside and mentally is to try to map out, get a map, have scenarios. You can have triangles, staples, circles, and in this scenario, 1, 2, 3, or maybe 5, it's up to the person, but it's a practice to don't stand passive when those terrible things gonna happen, that you're very clear on what you're thinking and what you thinks is agreeable. So what you can start to do is to see the consequence of all the people on the planet and make a ground, and then you make around 50% are poor, besides those who starvation, crawling homeless on the streets. There are people who are poor, 50% who must think, can I buy a subway card, or can I go to the hospital, can I pay my medication, and so on and so on. So those 50% who are poor, who has to think about everything they're going to buy, and then we have like 30%, which is called an upper middle class, so teachers, doctors, lawyers, so on, educated and paid for their jobs on a higher scale, bankmen and so on. Now, what they need to do, instead of fighting the poor and protect the rich, they should turn around and fight with the poor, fight the money, because 10% of those 20 is billionaires. And then you have a very little group who are having so much money, inconceivable much. And in order, in this tumult situation, we can only beg those educated people to be with us who's poor, to make these people understand that we cannot rape Mother Earth anymore, because it's going to throw back on ourselves. My little list here about scenarios. You have today's scenario, which seems so compact that you think it's never going to change. And then I have a scenario with Putin and Donald's world, what they together want to create as the king on top of the hills, and they really don't care about poor people. So I have done 5 scenarios right now. And a third possibility is that people can come to an intellectual understanding and also emotionally, mentally, to have harmony in this world and peace. And then if we really make those scenarios and think up how it would be possible, then we can exchange ideas how we can reach that point to quiet down all the anger who is burning in this world. And my fourth is to have philosophy, more philosophy in society, that you use that as a language, and that you can have philosophy for the daily life, go shopping to your family, how you want to have it domestic, how you want to have it in the schools. You don't have to have a philosophy all fixed, but having a thought, writing them down, and see how they can work in the best way in applying on your daily life with a thought behind that. So if you work on that thought more and more, they don't have to be so disorder. You can mend and build these to a solid foundation with all the small little issues of life, so that you can hold your anger in some level where it's not boiling over. That is what I call small philosophy points on all the matters in life, which become by you a solid big philosophy, a manifesto. So my fifth thing is, if you can come that far, my last scenario is that you'll get enlightened. And when you're enlightened, you know what is worth, and that you don't gonna take more on your plate than you need. I don't say that people should go around and be poor. I say the opposite. I say that they're going to be rich, and they're going to demand from the rich to loosen up their wallet and see the whole world, Mother Earth, as a place for all of us, and that this nature and the resources is going to go to everybody, not just one capitalist. That was everything for today. Thank you.